Hello and welcome to Doctor Who Makeup. Today we'll be recreating a look worn by Rose Tyler in the first episode of Series 1. It is a very simple look to recreate and it's natural and it draws attention to her beautiful brown eyes. Let's get started! So to begin, I'm going to be using the Olay Fresh Effects BB Cream in Fair to Light with the Real Techniques foundation brush. I'm going to be applying an even coat all over my face and adding a little bit extra in the areas where I have a few blemishes and red spots. Next is concealer. Instead of using an actual concealer, I prefer using the Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow base. It has great pigmentation and it matches my skin tone perfectly in the summer. With this, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques Essential Foundation Brush. To set the makeup that I have just put on, I'm going to be using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Sandstorm with the Soho Kabuki brush. To get into the finer areas around my face, I'm going to be using a smaller powder brush that I purchased in a kit from Forever 21. To add a little pop of color to my cheeks, I'm going to be using the Essence Vintage District Blush in Popul-art. I am just applying this to the apples of my cheek with the Real Techniques Multitask brush. To add a little bit of depth and dimension to my face, I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Magic Mosaic Bronzer in Warm Beige with the powder brush. I'm going to be applying this along the tops of my cheekbones, around the sides of my forehead, and a little bit under the jawline, to the sides of my nose as well. I'm going to be using the Hard Candy So Baked Bronzer in Tiki with the Real Techniques Stippling brush. I'm going to be applying this on either side of my nose, on top of my cheekbones, as well as right on top of my eyebrows. Now, onto the most important part, the eye. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette with the two shades in the middle, Silk Teddy and Push Up. I'm going to be applying Silk Teddy all over my lid with the Quo All Over Shadow Brush. I'm just packing this in to try to get a great color payoff, and once I'm finished doing that, I'm going to also be applying this just into the inner corner and bring it down to my bottom lash line as well. And to be adding a little bit more depth to my eye, I'm going to be taking the shade Push Up with the e.l.f. contour brush and applying that into the crease and rubbing it out onto the outer corner of my eye to create a little bit of a smoky look. Now for eyeliner. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Liquid Eyeliner in black. I'm applying a thin, even coat to my top lashes. And I will be filling in my waterline and a little bit on my lower line with the Wet n Wild Coloricon liner in Black Black. Now to finish this eye look, I'm going to be using the Covergirl Lashblast Fusion in Very Black. This is my favorite mascara and I love to apply it with like a little squiggly motion, rubbing it back and forth on my eyelashes. I also apply a little bit to my bottom lashes, but I have to be careful because I find that sometimes my mascara smudges throughout the day. In this optional last step, I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows with the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. I'm going to be using Faint, the darker shade, to fill in the darker areas of my eyebrows, and Naked 2 to fill in the lighter areas. I'm also going to be using a random gel eyeliner brush that I found to do this step. For the last part of this makeup look, I'm going to be using the Revlon Just Bitten Lip Stain in Dawn. I'm going to be applying an even coat of this all over my lips, but I'm not going to apply too much because it's really easy to mess up with this one. To add the last little bit of shine, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Baby Lips in Yummy Plummy. And that is the finished makeup look. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to see the tutorial from the next episode, The End of the World, then click over to the right. This is where you will always find a preview from the next tutorial from the next episode that I plan on uploading. I plan on uploading a video from every single episode starting from the 9th Doctor onwards to the current season. Now, there may be an episode or two where I upload more than one tutorial, so definitely stay tuned for that. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.